Einen wunderschönen guten Morgen noch einmal von meiner Seite. Es ist Punkt 10, ja, und wir starten mit unserem ersten STR und Partner Live Destination Update. Bitte entschuldigt, ich werde jetzt dann gleich auf Englisch fortfahren, da der Großteil unserer Partner heute dieses Update in Englisch machen wird. Once again, a very warm welcome and thank you for your time joining the Live Destination Update. We are very happy that our partners from Sita Travel, Easia Travel, Within Earth and RMG are able to join this update today. And I just would like to give you a brief introduction about STR Destination, that you also know a little bit about us before we really go into the details. STR Destination Handling got founded in the year 1980, and it's one of the most established sales and marketing offices in the German-speaking region. We are working with more than 30 selected incoming agencies, and that's why our portfolio will cover more than 70 destinations worldwide, which I think it's quite a very interesting number. And with the most lovely destinations, we will give you today the updates. And I'm very happy to introduce our colleagues from Sita Travel, which is Vinit and Sitasma. Sitasma, everybody of you knows for sure, because she is the Sales Development Manager, and Vinit, Chief Operation Officer. And Vinit, I will pass the word to you and enjoy. And please, if you have any questions, keep them for the end of the whole live update, and we are very happy to answer all the questions after that. Thank you very much, and we need...
Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you everybody for joining this webinar today for us to give you an update on how situation is in our part of the world. While Sita will take you through the details and we'll do that in German so that it's better communication, I would just start with the first slide by thanking the German government and everybody else for helping India and all of us when we were going through a very difficult second wave in the month of April and May. And just a few shots from our social media to thank Ambassador Linda, who has been very, very helpful in arranging for all kind of equipment and emergency things that we required. We're also just to mention that we are celebrating 70 years between Germany and India, and for that we just released a postal stamp, which was again mentioned by Ambassador Linda in his social media post. So I just wanted to start by thanking you, and I will hand over to Sitasma to take you through what's happening in India, Nepal and Bhutan. Sita, over to you.
Thank you, Vinit. Hallo zusammen. Ich hoffe, dass es euch allen gut geht. Ich werde euch jetzt heute ein kurzes Update geben über Indien, Nepal und Bhutan. Genau, also Indien ist, wie wir alle wissen, eines der Länder, das am härtesten von der zweiten oder generell vom Coronavirus betroffen war. Es gab zwei sehr, sehr schlimme Wellen und noch vor kurzem stand das Gesundheitssystem kurz vor dem Zusammenbruch. Wir erinnern uns alle an die schlimmen Bilder, die wir in den Medien gesehen haben. Doch nun heißt es aufatmen und die Zahl der täglichen Neuinfektionen geht immer weiter runter. Liegt jetzt, wie man jetzt hier auch sieht, bei ca. 70.000 pro Tag, was im Vergleich zu Anfang Mai mit 400.000 pro Tag natürlich viel, viel geringer ist. Auch die Genesungsrate liegt bei 95% und genau, auch der Impffortschritt hat jetzt wieder angezogen, was auch ein sehr, sehr gutes Zeichen ist, da auch in Indien kurzzeitig Impfstoffmangel herrschte, was natürlich im Zusammenhang mit der zweiten Welle ziemlich fatal war. Der Lockdown, der jetzt noch bis vor kurzem angehalten hat, hat sich jetzt weitestgehend gelockert und beschränkt sich aktuell nur noch auf Teile des Landes, die immer noch stark betroffen sind, wie beispielsweise in Kerala im Süden des Landes. Aktuell gibt es noch keine Informationen über die Öffnung des Landes. Dafür muss die zweite Welle einfach noch etwas weiter abflachen, die Impfung weiter fortschreiten Aber genau, das Land befindet sich aktuell auf einem guten Weg, ein Glück. Und ja, deshalb hoffen wir alle, dass es vielleicht ab Herbst wieder losgeht. Kommen wir nun zu Nepal. Auch hier gab es, ähnlich wie in Indien oder eigentlich tatsächlich sogar noch ein bisschen schlimmer, auch eine zweite sehr, sehr starke Welle. Das kleine Land war auch ziemlich schlimm betroffen und auch hier war das Gesundheitssystem stark überlastet, da auch hier die Gesundheitsversorgung bei weitem nicht so gut ist wie in Indien. Nachdem auch die Grenzen tatsächlich mal geöffnet waren zwischendurch von Ende 2020 bis ungefähr März 2021, herrscht aktuell immer noch ein sehr, sehr strenger Lockdown in Nepal, der jetzt aktuell auch noch bis Ende Juni verlängert wurde. Auch in Nepal hat jetzt die Impfung wieder gestartet. Da gab es auch einen kompletten Impfstopp aufgrund des Lockdowns. Deshalb wurden hier natürlich noch nicht ganz so viele Menschen geimpft. Aber auch hier werden Risikogruppen und vor allem die Frontline-Workers, oder was heißt vor allem, also auch die Frontline-Workers zuerst geimpft, was natürlich auch den Tourismus angeht. Und mittlerweile sind fast alle Guides geimpft und auch die Kollegen von Sita haben mittlerweile fast alle die erste Impfdosis zumindest bekommen. In Nepal waren ja die Grenzen, wie gesagt, schon mal geöffnet und deshalb kann man hier auch schon ein bisschen was über die Voraussetzungen für eine Nepal-Reise sagen, was dann auch weiterhin so sein wird, wenn es dann wieder aufmacht. Es ist nämlich verpflichtend in Nepal, ob man jetzt schon geimpft ist oder nicht, dass man nach der Einreise einen PCR-Test macht. Das wird auch so bleiben. Ob man dann vor der Einreise einen braucht, das hängt dann von der Airline ab und ist dann für die Geimpfte wahrscheinlich nicht mehr notwendig. Diese Tests werden im Hotel durchgeführt, also da gibt es jetzt keine speziellen Testcenter für Touristen. Das wird alles von der Agentur organisiert und die Tests liegen dann immer bei ungefähr $30 pro Person, die kann man dann auch vor Ort bezahlen. So, kommen wir nun zu einem besonderen Land, Bhutan. Ja, Bhutan war eines der ersten Länder, was die Grenzen geschlossen hat für den Tourismus und sich rigoros abgeschottet hat. Dadurch konnte das Infektionsgeschehen auch vergleichsweise mild gehalten werden. Ich meine, klar, Bhutan ist natürlich auch ein nicht so dicht besiedeltes Land. Trotzdem ist es wirklich bemerkenswert, dass es hier nur knapp 2000 Fälle gab. Und aktuell gibt es vielleicht ungefähr 5 Neuinfektionen, die sich dann aber auch meistens auf Krankenhauspersonal beschränken, die ja, wobei die zwar schon vielleicht die erste Impfung bekommen haben, aber die zweite noch nicht. Genau, es gab insgesamt auch nur einen Todesfall, was auch ziemlich ja, ein guter Schnitt auf jeden Fall ist. Und was man sagen kann, ist, dass Bhutan auf Platz 2 der Weltrangliste steht, was die Impfung angeht. Hier wurden bereits 62% der Bevölkerung, also so gut wie alle Erwachsenen, geimpft und werden bis Juli komplett durchgeimpft sein. Es gab dort die Möglichkeit, dass sich Bürger wirklich schulen lassen, um impfen zu können, sodass der Impffortschritt schnell vorangeht. In Bhutan ist die Eröffnung für den Tourismus für den Sommer angedacht. Dies ist aber abhängig von dem Infektionsgeschehen in den angrenzenden Ländern, Indien, Thailand etc. Und natürlich auch von dem weiteren Impffortschritt. Aber was das angeht, ist Bhutan wirklich Vorreiter. Natürlich haben die Menschen in Bhutan auch unter der Krise gelitten. Doch auch hier hat sich das Land sehr, sehr gut organisiert. Und auch sowohl der König als auch die Regierung hat die Krise finanziell sehr, sehr gut abgefangen. Okay. Kommen wir nun zu den Auswirkungen auf den Tourismus allgemein. In Indien und Nepal gab es ja auch schon mal eine Aufhebung des Lockdowns, also allgemein, auch in Indien. Und dadurch hat der Inlandstourismus vor allem in Indien sehr, sehr geboomt. Was heißt, dass eigentlich die ganze Hotellerie und auch die Restaurants sich ziemlich gut von der Krise erholen konnten nach dem ersten Lockdown. Auch hier wurden bereits Hygienemaßnahmen ziemlich gut umgesetzt und erprobt. Die zweite Welle kam nicht durch den Tourismus, das ist auch schon erwiesen, sondern eben durch andere Großevents, die dann genau im Frühjahr stattgefunden haben. 94% unserer präferierten Hotels sind aktuell auch jetzt schon wieder geöffnet in Indien. In Nepal herrscht immer noch kompletter Lockdown, aber auch hier haben die meisten Hotels die Krise gut überstanden und es gibt sogar einige Neueröffnungen, die für Herbst bereits geplant sind. In Bhutan sind auch die Hotels noch geschlossen. Hier wurden Hotels vor allem zu Quarantänezwecken genutzt, um quasi auch dort die Krise etwas abfangen zu können, finanziert von der Regierung. Genau, die Dienstleister für Aktivitäten wurden kreativ und haben ihre Walking Tours etc. eben online angeboten, was auch ganz gut angenommen wurde tatsächlich. Und somit gibt es auch hier wenige, ich sag mal, wenige Insolvenzen etc. Genau, kommen wir weiter. Die einzigen beiden Dienstleistungspunkte aus dem Tourismus, die nicht so gut durch die Krise kamen, sind das Transportwesen und die Guides. Natürlich haben die Transportunternehmen die Zeit genutzt für Wartung ihrer Fahrzeuge, aber natürlich beim Inlandstourismus wird selten auf einen Touristenbus zurückgegriffen. Ja, weshalb es hier jetzt wirklich langsam Zeit wird, dass es wieder losgeht. Auch die Guides sind sehr abhängig vom Tourismus, natürlich vom Incoming-Tourismus. Von Sita wurden sie insofern aufgefangen, dass wir viele virtuelle Fantrips organisiert haben. Dazu komme ich aber später noch einmal. In Bhutan gab es ein Training für Guides, das von der Regierung finanziert wurde, um die Guides eben auf den neuesten Stand zu bringen, was dann auch ganz gut war, um diese beschäftigt zu halten. So, was haben wir oder was für Auswirkungen gab es für Sita? Aktuell läuft unser Projekt des Countrywide Vaccination Drives für alle unsere Sita-Mitarbeiter, die landesweit sowohl in Indien und Nepal geimpft werden. Auch deren Familien wurde von Sita ein Impfangebot gemacht in extra Testzentren, die nur für unsere Mitarbeiter genau, also wo nur für unsere Mitarbeiter geimpft wurde, was natürlich sehr, sehr gut ist und auch relativ schnell vorangeht. Es gab keinen bis sehr, sehr wenig Personalabbau in der Zeit und die Kollegen haben auch durchgehend gearbeitet. Sie wurden auch bezahlt. Sita hat auch alle Rechnungen sowohl von Dienstleistern als auch ausstehende Rückzahlungen beglichen. Somit ja, sind wir bisher sehr gut durch die Krise gekommen, was natürlich auch in unserem großen DMC-Netzwerk und unserem Mutterkonzern liegt. Das ist natürlich sehr, sehr gut und war eine große Hilfe. Was haben wir in der Zeit gemacht? Die Kollegen von Sita haben sich weitergebildet, indem es durch unser Destination Knowledge Center viele Vorträge gab, die organisiert wurden. Zum einen Webinare von den Kollegen selbst zu verschiedenen Themen rund um Indien, aber auch viele Expertenrunden es wurden Experten eingeladen, die eben über diverse Themen gesprochen haben. Die meisten von euch haben mit Sicherheit auch regelmäßig meine E-Mails bekommen zu den Webinaren. Außerdem wurden virtuelle Fantrips mit den Guides zusammen gemacht. Das hat auch sehr, sehr gut geholfen, um die Kollegen eben auch wieder auf den neuesten Stand zu bringen in den einzelnen Destinationen. Das waren tatsächlich über 130 Stück, die dort regelmäßig durchgeführt wurden. Des Weiteren haben wir in den technologischen Fortschritt investiert. Da gibt es ein großes Projekt, von dem ich jetzt aktuell noch nicht viel sagen kann, aber das werdet ihr sicherlich bald von hören. Und ein großer Punkt war die Nachhaltigkeit, auf die wir uns sehr stark fokussiert haben. Es wurde ein Team von Sita gegründet, das den Sustainability Action Plan entwickelt hat. Nachhaltigkeit war schon immer eines unserer Kernprinzipien im Unternehmen, aber nun wurde das Ganze auch nochmal wirklich fokussiert und anhand von 6 wichtigen Prinzipien eben einen Plan entwickelt, um in Zukunft quasi nachhaltiger zu handeln und unsere Angebote eben auch zu machen, damit da unser Fokus ist, dass wir unsere wunderschönen Länder genauso an unsere nächste Generation weitergeben können, wie wir sie erleben können. Genau. Wir sind natürlich weiterhin auch für euch da. Wir haben unser Post-Covid-Protokoll zusammengestellt, immer in Zusammenarbeit mit der Regierung. Das heißt, hier werden alle Maßnahmen regelmäßig auch abgedatet, da natürlich wir jetzt noch gar nicht wissen, was genau die Maßnahmen sind oder die Regelungen für eine Einreise in Indien. Für Nepal wissen wir es ja bereits, aber da kann sich natürlich auch noch einiges ändern. Deshalb wird dies weiterhin regelmäßig aktualisiert. Wir haben unsere Book with Confidence Kampagne. Das heißt, dass man sehr flexibel ist. Es gibt die Möglichkeit, kostenlos zu stornieren bis 7 Tage vor Einreisen für alle Reisen bis Ende September 2022 und bei Serien bis Dezember 2022. Des Weiteren haben wir unsere Raten eingefroren von 2019, also von vor der Pandemie. Das heißt, alle Angebote, die dort gelten tatsächlich immer noch und in dem gleichen Zeitraum wie auch unsere Focus Confidence Kampagne. Das kann natürlich auch noch weiterhin verlängert werden, je nachdem, wie es jetzt die aktuelle Situation weitergeht. Außerdem bieten wir euch an, Kontingente sehr weit im Voraus zu blockieren, damit, wenn es dann wieder losgeht, es nicht zu Engpässen kommt und eure Kunden die Hotels bekommen, die ihr gerne ausschreiben möchtet. Des Weiteren geben wir eben regelmäßige Updates zur aktuellen Situation, einerseits per Newsletter, aber auch auf unserer Homepage findet ihr alle 2 Wochen die aktuellen Informationen über Indien, Nepal und Bhutan. Ja, das war's von meiner Seite. Ich danke euch für eure Teilnahme. Wenn ihr später noch Fragen habt, bin ich dann auch noch da. Die wird auch noch da sein. Und bleibt auf jeden Fall alle weiterhin gesund und wir freuen uns sehr, wenn wir eure Kunden oder euch auch bald wieder in Indien, Nepal und Bhutan begrüßen dürfen.
Liebe Sita, vielen lieben Dank. Vinit, thank you very much for the first destination update. We will continue now with the Asia travel. And as Sita already mentioned, if you have any question, either you put it in the chat box and we will answer all of them at the end of the complete destination update. Yeah, and now for the Asia travel, you will get a live update from Hanoi, from Tu Chang, sales team leader for the German-speaking market, and from Natalie, Thailand country director in Thailand. And I'm very happy that both of you could join. And let's start, I would say. Tu Chang, we can't hear you. You are still mute.
Okay,
now
I'm
it's
here.
working.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Petra. Hi, everyone. I'm Tu Chang. I'm in the office in Hanoi. And today I and my colleagues, Natalie, we are very happy to see and talk to you. And it's a good chance for us to give you some update about our destination. Today we will give you some topic. I will give you update about the COVID situation in our destination, and I and Natalie will share with you some our new projects that we developed from the last year. Okay, so now I will start with the update of situation about the COVID in our destination. until today, I think that I can say it's my great pleasure to share with you some reasons lie on the horizon development regarding the COVID pandemic situation. Our definition in Cambodia, even in Cambodia, in Laos, in Vietnam, and even in Myanmar and Thailand, we have some ways of COVID as well. Even in among our definitions, Vietnam, we are in the fourth wave of the COVID, but we are very positive because on the government, on our government controls very well. Anyways, because we still have new case, so in each definition, we still have the lockdown in some area. In Cambodia, at the moment, all the school nationwide closed, gatherings banned, varying the measure of lockdown across the province according to the severity of outbreak. Mask wearing obligatory. And about the traveling, on the visa exemption and visa on arrival suspended. E-visa for the special case still available online. Travel must have the valid medication certification is still must minimum 72 hours prior to the travel. The traveler have to prove of the medical insurance. They have to have the test for the COVID upon arrival and take a 14-day quarantine with a retest on the 14th day. In Laos, we still have the partial lockdown. Some in some districts. For the traveler between Vientiane and other province permits, which are 14-day quarantines for the full vaccinated. International travel and charter flight are suspended. Fast-track immigration starts with the China is opened from the end of last year. All the travel enter the countries must purchase travel insurance with health checking device. In Thailand, we also had a lockdown in particular area. Later, our colleagues, Natalie, will happy with the detail of the situation in Thailand, more detail with a very good news for reopening in Thailand. In Myanmar, even now, there is Myanmar, the traveling is not open, and the situation is not good because the coup in Myanmar. Anyways, the state of emergency care for 1 year, and at the moment the school closed. Gatherings more than 15 people banned. Curfew in place for Yangon and Myanmar in the night, in the midnight from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the next day. Martial law declared a stay-at-home order for parts of Chin State. For the traveling in Myanmar, now at the moment, most visa insurance are suspended, with exception of limited business visa. In Vietnam, we are in the first wave of the COVID, and the first wave starts from the end of May, and until now, after a month, as the number of new case reduced day by day. Anyways, most of the schools are closed. But in the last weekend, we still open for the final examinations for the students who take the first examination from the high school, from the secondary school to high school. And face masks should be worn in public place. At the moment, the restaurant is closed for the people, but on the restaurant and coffee shop, they provide the delivery service. On the bar and club are closed, and but the visiting inside is still open, but limited time. At the moment, Saigon is under the social distancing, and because we have some new case from the industrial zone, and there are some province in the north of Vietnam also in the lockdown, but not for the whole province, just for the social distancing in certain districts where we have the industrial zone. For the tourists, it will not be a permit to enter Vietnam, but the expert and business manager or highly skilled workers are restricted from entering a country. Domestic flight is still operates normally, and the duration for quarantines now when you enter to Vietnam is 21 days. And even the situation, we still have UK, but we have the good news because the vaccination program is operating and doing very well in on our destination. On the government, I try and give the first priority to do at the moment, because we know that only vaccination can help us to reopen the border quickly. And this also, for the most part, this also allow us to live the quite normal life, and we can travel again. In our destination now, Cambodia, in the destination have the biggest number of vaccinations, and then in Laos and Myanmar, as well in Thailand. In Vietnam, we do slower than the other, because we also try to get the vaccinations from international company, but because with the government still can't control very well, so sometimes, if I heard, sometimes the vaccination on the way to Vietnam, but they have to be delivered to another countries because the amazing scale. That's I know, but in the last month, if I get the news from the mass media, we got more big doses from the vaccination company, as well Besides us, Vietnam also developed our own COVID vaccine, and we plan that in the end of this October. Vietnam also can produce our own vaccine, COVID vaccine. And we also try to reach at least 50 or 60% of the population with in the end of October or in the end of this year. Regarding to the possibility to apply a vaccine passport system, the government is on our destination will be very prudent with implement this solution and plan to use vaccines passport system and develop QR code management software. However, the development of vaccines passport in Vietnam and the other countries will be taken step by step. And I hope, I hope that as a plan of all our government, when the vaccines arise in our plant, and the number of cases also reduced much. So at the moment we hope that this tentative line on the horizon too, we expect the new we can start to envisage a future time, and when we can once again to welcome the traveler to our destinations as well. And that will bring hope to us all. In prepares for welcome our foreigner traveler, we Easia also provide health and safety brochure. You can guess the full our brochure from the Asian Hub on our B2B website. Because we know that after the COVID, we need to have the good preparation to welcome and to make the client feels we safe when we travel to our destination. We cooperate with the local supplier, with the transportation supplier, with the hotel, restaurant, or even with the guide and local people, because in our product we work with. We also provide many products with the local contact, and all of them also need to follow our procedure to ensure health and safety when they welcome the client, when they meet the client, and when they travel with the client. For the detail, you can contact me, or you can access our website, B2B website, and log in to get the full detail of our brochure. And now I would like to introduce our colleagues. My Natalie, she will help me to give you an update about the situation in Thailand, because maybe or you heard about the census in Thailand. Natalie?
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Tutrong. Thank you. So I'm Natalie, I'm the country director for Thailand for Easia Travel. I've been living in Thailand now for 17 years and still happy to be here. So the good news is, yes, the government wants to open Thailand for vaccinated travelers without quarantine. And they will start first with Phuket as of 1st of July. So who can arrive? Fully vaccinated travelers. The vaccination must have been less than 14 days, not less than 14 days, but less than 1 year. And the children under 12 years old can also come in with the parents. And children between 12 and 18 years, they can also arrive without being vaccinated, but they will have a test to do upon arrival. So as I said, we will start 1st of July, it's well confirmed. And if everything goes well with this first Phuket sandbox, as they call it, they will extend to other provinces in Thailand as of 1st of October. For now, they are talking about 10 different provinces in Thailand, but we are still waiting for the confirmation. So how does it work? Before you arrive in Phuket, you need the vaccine certificate, of course, a valid visa if you want to stay more than 45 days. You don't need a visa if you stay less. You still need the COE, the certificate of entry, an insurance policy, the confirmation of your ASQ hotel booking, and negative PCR test still you did before 72 hours. So when you arrive, you go through the immigration and custom procedure as usual. And then you need to download a special application they created for this Phuket sandbox process. It's called Thailand Plus application. And then you can, on day 2, between day 2 and 5, you can travel around all the provinces of Phuket, so including Koracha, Konaka, Korai Islands, which are still in the province. You can enjoy the entire island, your hotel, which must be SHA plus certificate, and the traveler, you need to respect, of course, as you do in your country, I guess, social distancing, wearing a mask, the gel, etc. On day 5, you will have to do another test in one of the hospitals on the island. And then after, and from day 6 to day 14, you can enjoy all activities you want around the island. After 14 days, you can travel anywhere you want in Thailand. You can go or you can travel to other provinces. And then now I want to talk to you about a new project we did, we developed in Easia Travel. It's slow travel in Southeast Asia. What is slow travel? It's a range of products, guaranteed departures we created this year in Thailand, and we extended in all our destinations. So what does it mean? We want your travelers to discover our destination through longer and more immersive trips. It means to spend more time in each stop you will do, the travelers will do. You don't stop only one night in one city, you stay 2 nights, 3 nights. It means also to travel in smaller groups. All our tours are maximum with 12 people. And we like to encourage human encounters. So to visit community, participate to community-based activities, have contact with the locals, and also respect the environment. We are Travel Life certified in all our destinations, so we really focus on sustainability. And you know, Thailand, for example, was really very well known for mass tourism. So we try to develop tours with alternative routes. We don't go to the main cities, the main attractions, we try to go around all these classic tours. we like also to overnight in special accommodation we have really selected because of their environmental actions. We monitor all of them and we try to promote them more than the classic hotels. We like to visit the places and do the activities outside the peak hours, not with all the tourists. We refuse to use plastic bottles during your tour. We implemented the refill not landfill project, and we like to use different way of transportations. For example, the train in all our destinations, or the subway, the SkyTrain in Bangkok. What else? For example, the slow travel in Thailand we developed is 14 days and 12 nights, so maximum 12 people. And we take the time to go around. We start in Chiang Mai and then we go slowly with the two day trains. We go slowly towards Bangkok, but we stay a few days in each stop. And that's it. Tu Trong, you want to talk about our new project, self-guided tours we developed the past 6 months? We can't hear you, Tu Trong.
Yeah, thank you, Natalie. Yeah, and my pleasure to talk to you some information about our new exciting project, the B2B Easia self-guided product. Easia self-guided product is a new product like connect with the digital roadbook, which includes the various types of the self-guided experience, including hiking and cycling multi-days, university trip, and fun cultural exploration that can be enjoyed on our Southeast Asia destination. These innovative products are designed and operated by our professional and specialized self-guided tour team in our destination. Maybe it wins us why we developed this product. And we have some reason to develop this because we would like to reach a new market. They are the independent traveler. Younger generations look for more freedom and flexibility. The second reason is about the digitalization. The chip display on the traveler smartphone always is always in the contact with the local travel expert. On the travel informed on the palm of the hand. The third reason we like to create a more competitive offer with our fully self-guided tour and hybrid self-guided tour. We can offer unique experience with an affordable price for FIT and for small group. Another reason, declines of our tour provide private, independence, and contactless travel solution to couple to families, younger audience. And the fifth reason, we would like to care for the planet and local community. Its experience and product in design follows Easia principle and encourage responsible travel and enhance connection with local community in lesser visited area. And the last reason also is very important for us is we like to help on our partner to be more innovative and offer new and unique products. For the details, we provide the video, we provide the module and example product for self-guided tour and hybrid self-guided tour on our B2B website. So please contact me or log into our website for the detail. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Chang. Thank you very much, Natalie. The video which was shown there, you can see when we recorded the whole webinar, and you can re-watch it again, so you are all able to watch the video after that. And now I'm very happy to welcome Steve in our round, General Manager from RMG Tours in Singapore. And Steve, would you be please so kind to give us your update from Singapore?
Hi, good morning, everyone. Singapore is pretty easy. It's a small country. We have 64,000 plus cases since COVID-19 started. However, majority of the cases are from migrant worker, luckily, which is now well contained. For the last 1 week, we have single digit in Singapore. And unfortunately, today we have about 18 cases. Okay, so with a small population of 5.6 million or 5.7 million, to date, we have 1.9 double dose vaccinated and 2.5 million single dose vaccinated. And by October, we try to achieve 75% double dose vaccinated. So between November, December, what is going to happen? That is the question, when can we open? So personally, hopefully, we can be open by December. And what is the expectation to come in, which I have no idea. But I can give you something like air bubble, which we have the agreement with Hong Kong, and which we are talking now to Korea, China, and also Australia, how to implement this policy or restriction coming into Singapore. You need to be double dose vaccinated. You're required to take a test 3 days before departing from your country, entering Singapore, which has to be negative. So upon arrival in Singapore, you actually have to be tested again, all right? And then once you're tested, you're transferred to or on your own to the hotel, which you have to book on your own. And the test result will come out between 6 to 7 hours. And at the airport, very likely they will give you an app which is called Trace Together. Trace Together. That means it's something like this. If you can see, Trace Together. Right. If you are vaccinated, and then exposure, if there's anyone or any places that you have been with a person that have a COVID, then you are being informed that you have to take precaution. So anywhere that you go in Singapore, you actually have to tag this Trace Together. Upon entering any shopping mall, any restaurants, any hotel, anywhere you go, you have to tap this Trace Together and have your temperature monitor. So in order to move around Singapore, okay? And the place of visit that you have to go or you're going to visit had to be booked in advance. For example, like Garden by the Bay that you see the picture on the screen, you have to book the timing. For example, like you plan to visit on the 16th of June at 3 p.m. So you have to log inside to book. However, this will be my duty. You know, when your customer book any of this tour, you will be asked that is going to handle this arrangement. So this is what is roughly going to be. At the moment, we allow social interaction with 5% per group. That means anywhere you grow, any sports you play is only confined to 5%. And at the moment, we are still working from home because 3 weeks ago, there's an outbreak of the second wave. There's more than 30 cases that happened. However, after that, the last 2 weeks has come down to single digit. And by next week, the restaurant will be open again for us to visit. And again, you will be confined to maximum 4 to 5% entering the restaurants. So when it comes to tour, if you are doing FIT passengers or customer, it's quite easy to be a two in a car. Because as I say, the social distancing is confined to around 5%. That means in a group of 30 people, each person will have to move in 5. That means they have to be 1 meter apart of the other. That means 30 people divide into 6 groups. So they have to move about 1 meter away from each other. This is to avoid all this COVID transmission. And of course, the guide will have to use a sort of a hailer to speak in order to capture their attention. So this is what roughly what is happening in Singapore. And the majority of the vaccinated people now actually are the hoteliers, the taxi drivers, the cab drivers, the restaurants, service staff. So these are the frontline people that have been vaccinated, and the elderly one, which now we are vaccinating the students in Singapore. And also from 12 years old and above, we are also starting the vaccination. So all the reopening of the border, depending on the percentage and the number of cases that we're going to have in Singapore. So if we can achieve a single digit, and by 75% of the population are being vaccinated, there is a good chance. Personally, I think by December, we can have some positive news for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. These are excellent news, actually, from Singapore. And yeah, last but not least, I'm very happy to welcome Saini, Executive Director within Earth Holidays Malaysia. And what hopefully good news you can give us from Malaysia.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Saini from within Earth Holidays. Well, the current situation in Malaysia for COVID at this moment is we are in a lockdown as of 1st of June because the cases went, we had about 9,000 plus cases a few weeks ago. So as of 1st of June until 14th of June, we were on a lockdown, and it has been extended again until 28th of June. So basically, we are only allowed 2 people per household to go and buy essential purchases, like going to the groceries or go to the pharmacy or even go to the doctor. 20% of the civil service is now can work, and only essential industry is allowed to work. For that also you need a special letter as well, so it is quite serious. We are allowed though to have some recreational activities. You can jog, you can walk, but not in a group. At the moment, all teaching and learning activities are through online. And of course, matters to vaccination, you're still allowed to travel interstate for your vaccination. So all shopping malls are supermarkets in the shopping malls or pharmaceutical companies in the shopping mall, then they are open, right? All schools at this moment are closed, and they all do online. Long distance also, couples will no longer be able to get permission to see each other, not physically then. They can always do it online. We're also not allowed to do interstate and inter-district travel. So basically, in my area, I'm staying just outside of KL. Officially, I'm not allowed to go into Kuala Lumpur or within the 10-kilometer radius of my house, actually, without permission. There are various, what do you call it, police roadblocks around the city, around the state, several states, to make sure that people are adhere to the SOPs by the government, right? All restaurants are closed as well, except they can do takeouts. So the hotels also are doing only takeouts as well. So that is the only source of income for them at this moment. And unless you are a quarantine hotel, then of course you will get some business from there. Hair salon, spa, reflexology, and all non-essential services are closed for this for the time being. So basically, the next slide. So Malaysia at this moment, we have got 5 vaccines. At this moment, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and Sinovac, they are the most popular one, and they are the one who we have received first. Currently, 13 million people has registered through our apps, through our government apps to register for the vaccination. At the current moment, 3.1 million has already been vaccinated for the first dose, and about 1 million plus has gotten their second dose. Currently, we are doing 150,000 vaccinations a day. By June, we will get more supply of the vaccines. So by June, we will hopefully increase that by 200,000 people. And by August, where we get majority of our vaccines, we will try to get 300,000 vaccines a day. So that is all good news. We expect by end of October to have at least 70 to 80% of the population to be vaccinated. However, there are no plans yet when our borders can be reopened. So at the moment, they look at on a weekly basis. Our Ministry of Health and National Security Council, they are discussing on how to move forward, but we have not got any plans yet from the government. Although they have plans to have the island of Langkawi to look into it, to have a sandbox like what they do in Phuket, but that is still in a planning stage. It is not confirmed yet by the tourism board as well, whether that one is confirmed, because Langkawi as an island, you can have direct flights directly from the Middle Eastern countries to Langkawi direct. At the moment, our entry quarantine regulations, for those who can allow to come in, you must have taken the PCR at least 3 days prior to travel, and you must have a negative result, of course. You can also get the test done at the airport itself, and after that you need to go for a mandatory 10 days quarantine, either at the quarantine center or designated hotels. It's at your own cost. It costs roughly about 30 euros per person per day if you stay in a hotel, and it comes with 3 meals in a day as well, right? But that is all at your own cost. We have COVID test centers for those who would like to go back. Price ranges from 50 euros to about 150 euros per person, and you can get it at the hospitals and private clinics, and also at the airport as well. These are the various phases which the government is planning. So now we basically are in phase 2 and 3, where we expect to have about close to 20+ million people vaccinated. So the government is introducing also big convention centers to be used as the vaccination centers, and also they just started doing some mobile vaccines vehicles. So for smaller areas, you know, and communities where it is more difficult for them to go to the centers. Soon they will have clinics to act like vaccination centers as well, but that is all. It will be done in a very near future as well. So the focus of the government is to get everybody vaccinated, to have the herd community vaccinated, all by towards the end of October. Okay. So for those, we have a similar app like the one in Singapore, Trace Together one. It's called in Malay, it's called the MySejahtera. And this app, you basically, for every place you go, be it in a shopping mall or eatery, you have to scan, and they will know your details, whether the place is whether you are in a what do you call it, in a place where it is not a high COVID area or not. But also for them to trace you back as well, in case there are cases, so they can call you back for checkup. The current cases in Malaysia, we have close to 657,000 cases, but we have a recovery of 580,000. So active cases are at this moment about 73,000, which is about an 88% recovery. New cases yesterday was actually 5,300, but you can see the recovery was 8,100. So we see now a trend that the recoveries are more than the new cases. The death cases at the moment, we have 64, and total is about 3,900. We have over 900 people in the ICU, and 452 need what do you call it? They need the oxygen. Okay, so for today it is below the 5,000 mark as well. So we are going to the right direction. The government is saying if it comes below the 4,000, they will have some flexibility in the SOPs. So we hope that the people here in Malaysia, they are following the rules quite good. So we hope that it will improve a lot in the coming weeks, and with the vaccination as well. So it goes all in the right direction for us.
Great, thank you very much. Isabel, is there another slide? Yeah, okay. Once again, thank you very much to all of you giving us the updates. I saw that we have a question pending, which is concerning Cambodia, the opening in Cambodia. Tu Chang, could you tell us if the opening is in Q4 for Cambodia for completely vaccinated people? What about the children? Will it be same like for Thailand? Does young children can come with their parents without being vaccinated, or do they need a test? Do you have any update from that for us?
Okay, thank you. About the Cambodia, we also hear that's the news from the mass media. That's the Cambodia government also plan to reopen border in the Q4 because amongst on our definition at the moment, Cambodia in the country do the vaccination highest than the other, and we really hope this plan will be kept without any changes of the COVID way anymore. About the immigrations for the children with the parents, at the moment is have not had any regulation procedure to let us more detail. Is possible, or do they need any other tests or the certification? So we still follow up with the news from the government, and as we have any further news, we will keep update to the client.
Okay, yeah, so for the time being, it's only for adults, for vaccinated adults. This is for sure that when the border is opening in Q4, that they can travel to Cambodia. But still, it's not clear about the children if they can also come being not vaccinated. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Tu Chang. Do we have any other question? Just please put it in the chat box. Otherwise, I would like to thank you once again for being part of it, for giving us the update. I wish all of you all the best. We will keep fingers crossed that everything will come back to a kind of normal life and that we can send all our clients to your destinations, because this is what we are here for. This is what we are living for, and we dream of being just in a normal life. And please take care. Thank you very much once again. Stay safe, and I hope to see you all in person very soon. Vielen Dank auch unseren Teilnehmern. Ich hoffe, dass wir Ihnen ein bisschen ein Update geben konnten. Wie gesagt, die Teams vor Ort sind immer für Sie da, wenn Sie noch Fragen haben. Auch natürlich, wir sind alle für Sie da, wenn Sie uns kontaktieren. Wir versuchen auf jeden Fall, Ihnen weiterzuhelfen. Vielen lieben Dank. Ihnen alles Liebe. Bleiben Sie gesund und bis hoffentlich ganz bald. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye bye to everyone. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.